What is up, guys? Jeremy here, and welcome back to another Best Tweaks video. We're taking a look at some really good applications and tweaks on iOS 13 that have been updated and are working. Now, if you guys want my wallpapers, you can get them from my Telegram. The link for that is in the description. I post every wallpaper in every video to Telegram, so you can find all of them there. Also, if you guys want to discover more awesome tweaks, be sure to check out the Best Tweaks playlist, link in the description. And if ever you guys are trying to figure out what repo you need or what source you need to add to Cydia in order to get a tweak, check out iOS Repo Updates. It's basically just a web page. I've made a shortcut for it. All you got to do here is type out the tweak name, search for it, and it'll tell you what repo to install in Cydia in order to get that tweak. Incredibly handy, and of course, the link for that is in the description as well. But anyways, the first tweak I got for you guys is called Artemis. I did a review of this tweak. It allows you to customize a bunch of the UI on your device. You can hide app icon labels. You can hide elements on the lock screen. You can hide the dock background. There's a ton you can do with it. If we go into the settings for Artemis, as you can see, there is just an absolute ton of customization you can do with this single tweak, and it is free, which is awesome. Next up, we got SnowBoard. I had to include it in this list just because it is such an awesome tweak, and it allows you to theme your app icons. As you guys can tell, my icons look a lot different than they normally do, and that is thanks to SnowBoard. Now, I do have the SnowBoard application installed and a bunch of extensions that you guys will have to install as well if you want to customize other areas of your device. So if we go into SnowBoard here, go into themes, I'll show you the themes I'm using. The main theme is PhoenixOS. I'm using all of the icons from that. I'm also using the respring from PhoenixOS. I have Bohemic enabled, and that's just for my settings application for the app icons in there. And then I'm also using the icon effect, the 3D effect from Omega to give my icons that really cool 3D look. As you can see right there, that's how I have that enabled. And then also Dotto, which changes the notification badges to just little tiny dots, and it looks really cool. So those are the themes I'm rocking in this video. And then there is extensions, like I said, that you will have to add separately in order to enable all of these different things like icon masks, settings icons, icon effects, respring logo. You will have to install all of those separately, and you will have to add a repo to get all of this as well. I'll leave the repo link in the description. But I did want to show you guys quickly what the settings looks like with all of the icons changed there with the Bohemic icons. Really cool look. And then if I quickly respring my device, as you can see, there is the PhoenixOS respring logo, which looks awesome in my opinion. So definitely SnowBoard is one of the go-to tweaks of all time. Be sure to check it out. A font allows you to change the font on iOS 13 system-wide. I made a video on this. I'll leave the video link in the description because there is a package you have to install in order for it to work. So if you guys want to see how to get a font, check out that review video. But like I said, it allows you to customize the font throughout iOS 13, and it just looks really cool. The font I'm using is called Futura, and I just think it's a great way to make your device look a lot different. Just simply changing the font is really, really cool. Again, that tweak is called A font. ColorBadges basically colorizes your badge notification to the dominant color of the app icon. And like I said previously, while we were in SnowBoard, I'm using Dotto to make my badge really tiny, and then it's also color matched with ColorBadges. Very simple tweak, but it looks awesome. Again, that's called ColorBadges. Accent is a new iOS 13 tweak that allows you to change the accent color throughout your device. It's kind of like how Mac is. So if we go into tweaks and we go to accent, as you can see, I have the color set to pink, which is kind of a coral color, I would call it. But as you can see, all of the accent colors are that pink color. And there's a bunch of different colors to choose from. You have your normal blue, you have purple, pink, red, orange, yellow, green, etc. And like I said, it changes all of these little accent colors throughout your device. If we go to the App Store, you guys will see it here as well. If we go to apps, as you can see, all of the accent colors are that coral kind of pink color. Very simple tweak, but it's very cool looking on iOS 13. Again, that's called accent. Flame is just a must-have, especially if you're running Cydia. Obviously, if you're running like Zebra or Installer, you wouldn't really need this tweak because it's geared towards Cydia. But what Flame does is it brings some customization to Cydia. It allows you to add multiple sources at once in a batch mode. And there's a lot of other things you can use to customize Cydia. So if we go into settings and go into Flame and go to options, as you can see, you have pull to refresh, disable auto refresh, you have timeout in seconds, you have hold to share, you have batch add for repos. It just brings a ton of customization to Cydia, and it's a very powerful tweak, and I really do enjoy using it. Again, that's called Flame. While we have Cydia open still, that brings me to the next tweak, and that's called Turkey. All it does is put Cydia into dark mode. That's it. There's no settings to configure. Turkey literally just brings dark mode to Cydia, but it looks really, really good in my opinion. I love seeing Cydia in dark mode. TweaksManager is another new tweak to iOS 13. This is incredibly useful for those of you that are having issues with your Snapchat and Snapchat basically detecting that your device is jailbroken and pretty much locking you out of your account for like a half a day or whatever. TweaksManager allows you to disable the jailbreak and tweaks in whatever application you choose. Now, I actually had to use this in Tweetbot because for some reason Tweetbot just doesn't like to run very well when the jailbreak is enabled. So in Tweetbot, as you can see, I have hide the jailbreak and also disable all tweaks. And there's a little bit of a description, but it basically makes the app think that you are not jailbroken. There's also no tweaks running. Super useful tweak to have on iOS 13. Again, that's called TweaksManager. Of course, I had to include JellyFish in this list. It's such an awesome tweak that pretty much customizes the lock screen clock and date on your lock screen. It also adds weather there, and as you can see, it has a dynamic color. It takes the dominant color of whatever wallpaper you're using and colorizes part of the date and also the weather, and I think it just looks really, really good. And it's just one of those staple jailbreak tweaks that everybody should have just because it looks so awesome. Again, that is called JellyFish. Shuffle is another must-have on iOS 13 since it has been updated, and all it does is put a bunch of applications and tweaks into their own categories within settings, which really cleans up your settings application and makes it a lot easier to navigate around, especially if you're going into your tweaks and adjusting those all the time. It just pretty much puts tweaks in their own section, it puts your apps in their own section, and it puts system apps in their own section, just like so. Super useful, super simple, but definitely a must-have on iOS 13. Again, that's called Shuffle. CCModules is another tweak you guys should really have installed on your iPhone. And pretty much what it does is it brings you a whole bunch of modules for Control Center, and it also gives you application shortcuts, very useful stuff like reboot, safe mode, UI cache, and respring. It's just a very important tweak in my opinion, especially having the ability to put your device into safe mode could really save you with your jailbreak, being able to disable all the tweaks just from Control Center. So it's very functional. The way it works is you download CCmodules from Cydia, and it doesn't add anything into the tweaks section, but it does add a bunch of modules within Control Center. So if we go here and go into Customize Controls, as you can see, here are the ones that I have added. If we scroll down, there's a bunch more that aren't normally here, like application shortcuts for like 1Password. And there's also other functional things like being able to jump into files. You have your restart button there. You can lock your device with a module. You have mute, which will basically silence your iPhone. You have springboard reload. You have screen record. That's normal screen recording. You have screenshot. You have settings, Spotify shortcuts. It just adds a ton of modules to your Control Center, and it's very, very functional, like I said, and just a must-have for me personally on iOS 13 to have all of these Control Center modules. Again, that's called CCmodules. And the last tweak I got for you guys is incredibly simple. You just install it and it works. There's no settings to change, and it is called 5Dock13, and all it does is allow you to have 5 icons in your dock on iOS 13. Like I said, there's no settings to configure. You just install the tweak and then you can put that 5th application into the dock. I really do like it. It's an awesome tweak. Again, it's called 5.13. So there you go, guys. There's another awesome lineup of tweaks for iOS 13. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, like I said, if you want my wallpapers, even this one here that you can't really see, I'll post that to my Telegram. The link for it is down in the description. But if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.